They call it the hour of the wolf. Stay with us if you dare. There's a time when the world is at its quietest, when shadows stretch long and sleep is just out of reach. It's the hour of restless souls, of whispered stories, of thoughts too much for the daylight. Welcome to Hour of the Wolf, where we dive into the stories that keep you awake. When hearts beat and the wolves prowl. The family, the community, the truths about being in a wolf pack. Stay with us if you dare. They call it the hour of the wolf.
We're back, everybody. We are back. We are live on a Sunday on the Packer game eve. We scheduled this one like a couple champions. How's it going, Derek?
I may or may not have the game streaming somewhere over there. Possibly.
Well, once we get live score reports, I'm happy. I'm such a fucking idiot. I just realized I had music playing on the side. I was like, what the hell's extra voice? I have voices in my head. Yeah, I still have my Spotify up. But yeah, here we go.
It's better than the cricket.
Yeah, I got big news on my end.
What's that?
I am officially a Lord of Scotland. I bought a little 6x6 plot of land. I am officially Lord Louis Schreier, first of his name.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I got bought a little gimmick thing, but I'm a lord. I'm going to get married as a lord. That was my goal. Get married as a lord.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, no,
I'm hoping.
Pull the trigger on it.
You know, I have a star. If you'd like to buy a star, I could name a star after you. And I'm only gonna charge you $35, and I'll give you a general direction of where you got to look for said star.
I do have a great sense of direction. As an avid hunter, great sense of direction. It's so easy over here because, west is always towards the Mississippi. So as I'm in Westby, I always just got to figure out where the hell Stoddard is. That way, that's west. I can figure out everything else open there.
So I'm the opposite. Everything east of me is Lake Michigan. So
yeah. Yes, sir. But I am a lord. I'm excited about it.
You should be.
Yeah, I think
you should change your name. You should change your name.
I'm gonna I wish I could do it legally in a driver's license because I would totally be Lord Louis on a driver's license, but you can't do that.
Why not?
They just won't let you. I did look that up and I was like, yeah, but I'm.
What if you legally change your last name to Lord? They'd let you do that, Louis Lord. That sounds like an 80s stripper.
Well, I think like Lord Schreier, like Lord Schreier would be like more like a surname. You know what I mean? There comes Lord Schreier into the buffet. He's fucking hungry. You know what I mean?
Lord Schreier.
Yeah. First of his name, king of the Westby Ski Tournament. Actually, Lord of the Paps Light.
You know what? I don't like it as much anymore.
Yeah, it is what it is.
No, I went through 112 pack and I didn't enjoy it as much anymore, so I went back to the.
I like it just for the fucking fact that it's cheap and I can fucking drink the hell out of it. And I don't feel like it. Like I was on like an Old Milwaukee Light kick for a while, and I feel like after I drink that, I feel like I'm walking around fucking 10 pounds heavier than what I am. So that extra, the less carbs in a Pabst Light still takes.
Just switch to hams. If you're gonna do the trifecta of crap beers.
This is my thing though. Not a big hams guy, just because we're just made.
Never was either.
Just
I never was either. My dad always drank Blatz and Old Style growing up, so that was what I had to raid the refrigerator.
Schlitz. When I was in high school, Schlitz is a big thing. Everybody go buy Schlitz because it's fucking cheap. They give you a nasty ass fucking hangover too.
Hello to everyone in the chat. Looks like we got Brad. We got your old man's in here again. Bruce City Choppa's in here.
Well, he's talking shit again too. He just comes in, he just fucking fires me up.
Well, how does Dad feel about Lord Louis?
Yeah, he's proud. I think. I hope
he's proud.
I'm gonna say one thing before he even types. He's gonna type one word and he's gonna say fucking junk. That's all it's gonna say.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I actually spent the weekend with the old Tom Schreier up north.
You should get him a lordship, a plot of land for his birthday.
He's not worth fucking pissing a rug. You know what I mean? He ain't getting it.
Ouch.
I fucking told you to.
Junk. There it is.
No, I think he'd appreciate it, but he's really hung. He used to be a ski jumper, so he's really hung up on his.
I don't think you told me that. I didn't know your dad was a ski jumper.
Yeah, my dad was the most defensive ski jumper in Westby history.
Defensive?
Yep. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm not sure what it means, but he is the most defensive ski jumper in Westby history. You know what? I would be honest with you. If we could keep it like PG, I would love to get him on and tell ski jumping stories. Because he has a story.
When have we ever been PG? We haven't been PG yet.
Oh, he's pushing a fine line there. He has a story he told me. He was ski jumping in Chicago, and it was so cold when he went down the scaffolding. The temperature was so vast, he picked the speed up. He went completely. His goggles totally fogged up, and then by the time he hit the ski jump, it was just all feel on the way down because he couldn't see nothing. He was completely blind. He had to feel it out as he's.
Maybe that's what it means by defensive. You just got to react.
Yeah, he's a son of a bitch. He's good. I know he was. You would never believe it, but he was a ski jumper.
We all went down to Madison yesterday with Mr. Choppa and Ben. We went down to participate in what was supposed to be the last ruck walk for veteran suicide, but it looks like they are going to carry it over with a different VFW hall next year. So that's great. So
his goggles froze. His goggles froze. And his
goggles froze.
All right. Well, we have a fucking awesome guest tonight, by the way. This guest I ran across. I'm a big fan of Dan Soder, and I was listening to the podcast, and he just happened to mention where he was from. He said he was from the Galesville area. I didn't really say Galesville in the podcast, but as I kind of figured it out, as I looked him up, I was like, this comes bitch from Galesville, which is literally a stone throw for me. I used to play high school sports in Galesville, so it's a very close. He was in the Cooley Conference. But I was listening to Dan Soder. The guy's absolutely hilarious. And once I started listening to him, I started listening to his podcast, GoatMentality. And now my algorithm is full of Aiden's shorts and all that stuff. So I'm very excited to bring on Aidan McCluskey, GoatMentality Podcast, and stand-up comedian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
How you doing?
I'm gonna push the guidelines of how old you are right now, because I don't know how old you are, but when you went to high school, was it still were you the Red Men or Red Hawks?
It changed when I was in middle school, and people were pissed about that. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're going to be, what, 28?
26, yeah.
Okay. So, I actually a lot of good throwers came out of Galesville when I was in school. Brad Wolski is one of them. He's a stud.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. You know some of the same people that I know.
Well, we're all in the same kind of Cooley Conference. We all kind of know everybody, you know.
So geographically, where is that in relation to? Where's that in relation to West Beach? North?
Well, so West Beach is about 30 minutes southeast of La Crosse, and Galesville be 25 minutes directly north of La Crosse.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So he's just right out. Yeah, he would have been from basically right up 53.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Galesville's awesome, man. They always had I'm gonna actually another Galesville story. My senior year, Galesville was our homecoming game, and I remember the first quarter, second quarter. I do not remember playing the third quarter or fourth quarter. So
You don't remember? Did you get
No, I got
bonked in the head?
fucking smoked. I can't remember. He was in track too. I can't remember his name, but I got fucking drilled. I was playing outside, or I was playing defensive end, and you guys ran like a sweep. And I remember getting hit, and I don't remember anything else.
So you were just concussed for prom?
It was homecoming.
Oh, homecoming!
Yeah,
Damn.
I do not remember this. I remember like I went to film on Sunday, and I played the whole game. Like I was there. I do not remember playing.
Shit.
CT, man. But
So
yeah.
in addition, so Aiden, once Louis was telling me about, I've been watching a lot of your shows as well. You have an unusual start into the world of comedy. It sounds like, from reading up on your bio and stuff like that. You started going for a degree, didn't you? You were in college and just changed course completely. How did that come about? How'd that happen?
I just kind of wasn't doing very good in school. I went to college and it just was not going very well. And then I got put on academic suspension because my grades weren't good. So I didn't have any college. And then I was like, well, there's an open mic. So I gave that a shot. So yeah, maybe wasn't the best move. I maybe should have did the school thing, but yeah.
So were you always the class clown too, or is this just something you saw an open mic and you're like, you know what, I could probably do that?
I don't know. I think like kinda, but I think I was more of a quiet kid. I think. And then the open mic, I just really liked comedy, and I was like, if it's happening and anyone can do it. I didn't even know that was a thing, to do open mics or things like that.
So pull it from like your comedy, like who inspired you to get on the mic?
I don't know. I think I just watched a lot of Comedy Central. There wasn't like, I didn't have like a ton of knowledge about stand-up, so I would just like watch whoever was on Comedy Central late at night. They would do like the stand-up 30-minute half like specials. So I don't think I had anybody that was like a favorite back then. I just watched a shitload of those.
Is there a guy now that you're like, this is him? This is who I want to?
I don't know. I think like initially, like you look up to people or like you absorb some of their like writing style or their demeanor, but then like the more you do it, you're kind of like, you have your own voice. So then there's so many different avenues to like succeed in comedy. You can kind of just be like your own person.
Yeah. So like, I really love how you structure your shows. I watched a lot of your bits, and I really do kind of think I get a kind of a Mark Norman vibe for you, because you kind of have that. It's a real you give real situations out like everybody could put in their everyday life. Like one example would be like me as a small town kid burning trash, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So like when you take your personal experiences, like growing up in a small town, much like myself, what's it like to scale, like writing a joke of that magnitude, like kind of getting that out there, like writing that? Is it something where you get to like, you write it and then you kind of get to the stage and kind of work it until it fits?
Yeah, the burn barrel thing, that was the one I posted is the first time I ever said that on stage. Just because I was like thinking about, I had been like living back home kind of, and I just started like, because I'd never really left Galesville till I moved to a city, and then I moved to a city, and then going back, I'm like, oh, there are things that are different about how I grew up than people up here. So I never thought that stuff was weird at all until you tell people, and they're like, what are you talking about?
So you're in the Twin Cities now, right? You're in Minneapolis?
Yeah, I just moved out to like a north suburb of Minneapolis. Okay. So it's a lot quieter, and then I commute into the city. I like it. It kind of reminds me of home. It's like the closest I can be to a city to do stand up, and then have a little bit. It's more like where I grew up, kind of.
Yeah, my brother's in the cities too. He loves it.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the cities a lot too. I went to the Amsterdam bar, which is like what right down.
Oh yeah, in St. Paul.
He was like 3 blocks from there. That's such a nice area.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of you see some stuff for sure living in the city for a while, but I don't know. I was just talking to a buddy about that. Like being in a drivable city, you can just like watch bullshit happen out the window and be like, "Oh, that's fun." I wouldn't see that anywhere else.
So what's the I know like my oldest daughter lives in St. Paul as well, and I know the music scene up in the Twin Cities is one of the best. I personally think it's one of the best music scenes in all of the U.S. What's the comedy scene like? Is there a lot of work for you up there? Is there a lot of good comedians in that area?
Oh yeah, there's a good. I think everybody that's doing it right now is like decent in their own way, and there's enough stage time to go around. We just had a club close, but they're looking to reopen again, and you can get on stage every night if you really want to. So I think being able to get on stage at least like once a night is pretty good, a sign of a good comedy scene.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
So, how like when you're home, not touring, how often do you get up on open mic?
I go like, it depends. Sometimes I'll go a while, I'll slack off a little bit, take a few days off, but most of the time it's every night that I'm home. I go to an open mic and try stuff, and then I go on the road on the weekends and then try to figure out a way to put it into the act that I've been saying.
So, like, are you like a digital, like use your phone memo to like write jokes, or are you a pen and paper kind of guy?
I usually like say them out loud first, and then I try to remember what was funny, and then I'll just put like a note in my phone of like specifically what I said or like the general structure of how I'm gonna say it.
So when you say it out loud, is it like something crazy happens in front of you, and you're just like, "Guy stole a pair of shoes."
Yeah, it's
completely narc on them right there.
Yeah, I'll kind of, if I'm I'll see something like a dude stole a pair of shoes, and I'll get on stage and then just try and talk about that. And I'm like, if that was funny or like something I thought was funny, then I'll write that down from what I said out loud on stage, and then usually work from there.
Do you try any of the shit out on friends or other people before you get up on stage, or you just go balls out and see what happens?
A little of both. Sometimes I'll run it past my girlfriend, and she does it. She has never laughed at a single thing that I've said that's a joke.
You know how it works. Yeah,
She'll just stare at me like I just spoke Chinese at her, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I guess that's not funny then.
That's funny. So what is it weird being on the road? Like, it's obviously for Dan Soder's podcast, you're out in San Francisco for that.
I did.
No,
I was
he's
in New York. Yeah, that was in New York, but
So,
I
like,
met him through Minneapolis, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like when you're on the road, like is there like any like iconic venues that like stick out when you like play them? Like obviously like I can't remember the one in New York.
The Cellar.
Yeah, the Cellar, and then there's Austin, Texas. They got that new Joe Rogan's there, and then
Yeah, the Mothership.
Mothership. Yep.
I don't know. There's been some like cool venues. I guess when I was with Dan, I thought we did some theater in Chicago. I thought that was cool. I think it was cool because it was more like surreal. I've never been in an experience like that before. But then other clubs like Acme in downtown Minneapolis is great. That one always like it feels like home for me. So, but I'm trying to think of like other spots that I've been that are cool. Cobb's in San Francisco is a cool club. But otherwise, I've been to the Mothership. I don't know what I think about it down there.
So is it? I've never been to Austin. That's one place where I'd love to go there for a Kill Tony filming.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be intimidating. It seems like it might be a big room.
I mean, it's not as big as it seems. Like when they film it in the club, it's not as big as they make it seem on like YouTube, but it is big. But are you in the Kill Tony fan page on Facebook or whatever, the group?
Yep.
I am too. God damn, that's ruthless in there.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I could read fucking mean comments about people all fucking day. I just could.
Yeah.
It's the best.
We got one question coming in. We got one question coming in from the chat. Somebody asking about St. Paul itself. Any good clubs? What are some of your favorite places up there besides the one you already mentioned that you like to play at?
I guess St. Paul has, like, directly in St. Paul. I was just there at an open mic on my way back before I hopped on here at Camp Bar. They do like a Friday and Saturday show. Their mic on Sunday is decent, but otherwise, if you're in St. Paul, you could drive to the House of Comedy out at the Mall of America, and that's something. That's an experience usually.
That's something.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's a story tied into that. What's the something?
It's the Mall of America. I think that's all you need to say.
Yeah, I mean that club, it just draws like fucking mall people.
Yeah.
And it's like you blindfolded them or like put them under anesthetic and they woke up at a comedy club. They're like really confused and eating like hot wings the whole time. It's just like they're like sedated. Every show is the weirdest show I've ever done in my life.
I guess my biggest question, because you're pretty witty, very funny, very witty.
Oh, thanks, man.
What's dealing with hecklers? What's that like for you?
I'm not that good at it. I don't like do really crowd work in my set at all. If somebody heckles out, it's usually just kind of all right, and then I move on from it. Some people are really good at doing crowd work and interacting with the crowd, but I'm fucking terrible at it. Sometimes I'll just say something and then people are like, well, now we don't like you because it's just way too mean.
Okay.
So then
that's something like you get like dealing with hecklers is something you probably gain over time, like seeing how like other people do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think everybody, like some people, when you start out, a heckler is like really intimidating. You don't want it to happen. But like now when it happens, I'm just like, okay. And then I move on from it. Doesn't, when you first start out, it really does shake you because you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to handle this. But now it's just kind of like, okay, well, move on from that.
It's gotta be wild though to like be new to it and like experience it. That's gotta be fucking wild. You gotta like heckling stories. Or you like, you remember?
I had one that happened pretty recently. I did just a horrible bar show in I can't even remember where in Minnesota. It was up north, and I was supposed to headline, and I don't know if the regulars didn't know that was going to happen, but they turned the jukebox off, and then just stand-up comedy started, and they were not happy. And I got about 15 minutes into my set, and the dude like stood up so loud fast from his stool, it like out from underneath him, and it was stone silent, and they just screamed, "Turn the music on!" And
ouch!
I was like, all right, well, if you guys pay me, I will get off the stage, but I'm not leaving until you give me my money. So then they paid me, and I didn't have to do the full time. And then I was like, you want to listen to Stairway to Heaven again? That's fine.
For the 10th time tonight, we're going to listen to Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't care.
My fucking brother did that this weekend, actually. I was up north with my brother Wyatt, and he just gets on his touch tunes. It's just like game on. But like I got to mix in some other shit because I don't want to listen to the same fucking song back to back to back. And his playlist ended, and I started playing some of my shit. And then he tried to skip what I played. He was fucking drunk enough where he didn't even realize what song he clicked. So we had to listen to back the the fuck is it? Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears, back to back. It's just like, why? I'm like, do you just not read? And he goes, I didn't give a fuck. He goes, we're playing darts. I don't give a fuck. He goes, I'm not going to listen to your shit nonstop. He goes, I don't care if it overlaps. I don't want to listen to your shit all night. Jesus Christ.
I remember one time we were at the bar, and it was back in Galesville, and there was this table. They were just playing fucking terrible music. So my buddy played like some Rush song that's like 25 minutes just back to back, and we left.
I used to do that. Remember we were kids, 95.7 The Rock at the Fish.
Oh yeah.
So I was at a bar one night. We were at, I think we were Brothers back when they used to have touch tunes there. And I literally think this is why they don't have touch tunes anymore at Brothers. But I was sitting there talking to Fish, just shooting the shit. I've known him. I used to do security at the lacrosse center, so like I knew Fish just through all the events and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We were sitting there catching up, and they just started playing this poppy, not anybody's style of music. Especially not him. Have you ever seen him? He's a big guy. He's covered in tats. He has every Anthrax cover tattooed on his leg. He's just a big metalhead. And he goes, you know what? I think today's the day. He walks up to the jukebox with $20 and he plays nothing but fucking dirty metal. First song was Cannibal Corpse, Hammer Smash Face.
Oh my god.
The second song was like some song from Death. And he just goes down the list. He goes, watch this. He goes, 10 minutes. They'll be out of here. Just like fucking ruthless, dude. Oh, he's a good guy.
I applied to be a DJ there. I got an interview at 95.7.
Who does the interviews there? Is it Brian?
I don't know. It was like a lady. I'm not sure who was doing it, but I saw it on Indeed, and then I put in an application, and then they actually interviewed me. I didn't get it. That was when I was like 19 years old, though. I was like, it's crazy you're even considering me.
I like to get a lot of traffic there, though. I think they get like really good quality people that do their DJing, but I don't know if it's like it's lacrosse. You know what I mean? It's not like St. Paul where they got like vast amounts of applications coming through there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a dude up here that does stand up that was on 95.7 for years, like the whole time that I was growing up in Galesville.
Was that Gunner?
Rudy. I don't know what he went by, but
is he like short, brunette, or like dark hair, a lot of tats?
Yeah. Yep.
Gunner. There used to be Gunner in 95.7.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think that must be him then, because I was like, oh no shit, you were on 95.7. I probably listened to your voice every day.
Yeah, dude, I miss those, like the good old days of 95.7. Now that like I'm like my ears are just like on like a podcast or on, just like stuff I want to listen to. We're in that era now where you don't have to listen to music anymore. No,
you don't. It's like there's like huge famous pop stars that people talk about that I'm like, who are they? And then you find out that they have like 1 million followers on Instagram and they tour and sell out the XL somehow.
Yeah. That's all I find like half my bands, dude. Like it was like my algorithm takeover. Actually, the concert I went to in St. Paul was a band called Lord of the Lost. It just like came across my Spotify algorithm one day. I was just like, these guys kind of kick ass. And I like looked at their tour shit. And like, oh fuck, they're coming to St. Paul. I'm like on a Friday. And like, sign me up. I'm taking a day off of work, getting fucking drunk.
Oh hell yeah!
That's a badass bar though. That's a really cool place, Amsterdam. I'd totally go back.
I think I've gone one time to the Amsterdam. We do have a good music scene, but I'm not very tapped into it, to be honest.
So it's a small area. Well, it's a big one. It's a ballroom car. Their like stage opens up. But like, we were there, and it was pretty cramped because Alice Cooper's daughter was the co-headline for the show.
Oh shit!
And people are like, because I guess because also the guitar, the bass player of Alice Cooper's also the band. So like there's like a lot of the older crowd there to see the Alice Cooper pieces come together. And this old dude was standing in front of me and my brother, and he was fucking wasted. And he's standing there, and all of a sudden we started to see this guy sway, just back and forth, And he goes, "This tips like you like if you're gonna push over a bookcase, just fucking boom." And then Alice Cooper's daughter's singing. She goes, "Stop!" Get him off the ground. They had to like delay the show like 10 minutes to get this guy off the ground. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, well, they sell liquid death here, so this is on this guy. He could have drank some fucking water, pal.
Oh yeah.
So, listening to the Goat Mentality, you're sober now, or alcohol sober?
Yeah, I don't really drink at all. Just smoke pot, really. I smoked right before this, and I was supposed to be home in 20 minutes, and then I rode the furthest lane very slowly all the way home.
We're just gonna creep. We're just gonna creep. You had a story of that. You had a really good bit. And I was kind of segueing that for you to tell that story. It was kind of fucking funny. I was listening to it the other day.
Oh,
it was part of your one of your podcasts, but it was also it was part of your shorts too. That kind of rolled across my algorithm too. You fucking puking blood. Oh
yeah, yep, I did do that. I would throw up so much when I was drinking, and I guess I did it so hard that I just tore my esophagus. So that's why there was blood in it. But I had to do the whole rectal exam and all of that. And afterwards they tell you it's the torn esophagus. And it's like, well, why did we do all of that? Why didn't you look at my throat first?
Oh, fuck.
Never even did like he just right to my ass. So I was like, okay.
All right, bite the
You're the doctor.
Yeah, I blow to your ear, bite the pillow, honey.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. This just got real quick.
Yeah.
Hang on tight. I actually did my first. So we're in a beard club, and what we do is a lot of volunteer work and stuff like that. So we volunteered this past summer at it was called the Paranormal Rockdown. It was located in Broadhead. It was at Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And a good friend of us shows, and he's actually going to be the MC at our beard competition coming up. Mike Galliano got in a big, he got a car accident. He got all sorts of fucked up. He's fine now. Everything's good. But somebody had to step up. He's supposed to do a stand-up bit, and I bit the bullet, and I tried it myself this year. And it was a lot harder than what you think. Because I had all this shit going through my head. And because they're like, yeah, can you do an hour?
Oh, man.
And I'm like, because he's like, we got to fill that space because we're paying for it. Can you fill an hour? And I was like, you want me to go up there and talk for an hour? You want me to get up in front of people and talk for an hour? I'm like, buddy, I could give you like fucking 5 minutes of doing jokes. That's about all I could do. And I was so
you did almost 15 minutes though. You did well.
I did okay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, sometimes when you get put right in the fire, you figure out how to make it work. But God, an hour would be insane to do.
Yeah, first time too.
Yeah,
you fill an hour. I'm like, I could talk for an hour. I could fill people full of shit for an hour. We do it now as it is. You know what I mean? I could jump like it.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to sit in front of a bunch of people I've never seen before, with no training, with my fucking mouth I have on me, and you want me to go up there and just spew out an hour? I'm gonna drop a fucking hard R and get kicked out of your ass. You know what I mean? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I did about 15 minutes, and after that we just kind of shot the shit for a little bit. I think I would try it again at like a actual comedian setting, like a comedy setting.
Yeah,
like an open mic.
Open mic, I would definitely probably try it again. But the issue was, we're at a fucking paranormal convention. No, nothing against it. I love the paranormal stuff. But we're at a paranormal con, and he wanted me to do a whole hour of stand up.
Man,
this is I gave him my best shot. Darren said, I got done. I looked at Darren. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Hey, just fine." I'm like, I felt like I went up there just fucking rambled for I felt like 2 hours. It was like 15 minutes. Like, this is just ridiculous.
It feels long up there when you're like, damn, I don't know what to say. It starts to feel like it's taking an eternity.
So is it like, because obviously you two were into this.
Yeah.
Is it different when you get to like different areas?
Yeah. You don't notice it so much in most parts of the country, but like when you get to the coasts, it is a little different out there. The things that they laugh at, or like even the things that the references that they get are a little different. Like New York or LA, I have kind of a hard time performing out there because I'm like, I don't know how to. I've never talked to one of you people before in my life, but
Sure.
every other audience usually, like most Americans, are all baseline pretty this similar in most parts of the country. You can walk in and be like, make a generalization about like, they're probably gonna like this or they're gonna like this. New York or LA, I just do not have a read on at all.
So has there ever been a venue you've done your set at and walked out and said, God, I hope I never have to play there again? That whether you bombed or whether it was a weird crowd or anything like that, where it was just.
Oh man, yeah, I've bombed a lot. Yeah, there was one time in LA, I did this show that this influencer reached out and was like, "Would you do my like birthday show with some other comedians?" And I was like, "Sure." And it was on like Hollywood Boulevard, and I didn't know. I'd never been out there before, so I went and I was there and I did it, and people talked the entire time. It was a birthday party. And like nobody listened whatsoever, and it was full of influencers and very random celebrities. Like the kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid was there, and like James Charles, some like makeup artist that my girlfriend knew was there. It was a very weird audience, and the comics all did terrible because no one was listening. And I walked out of there. I was like, I never want to perform in LA ever again.
I feel like I've like listened to like certain comedians talk on podcasts, like doing shit like that. Those got to be hard, period, because they're really not there for you. They're there for the occasion. So I like you get like the like Mark Norman always refers to like doing like the Fortune 500 shows. Like you go like
I can't imagine
going for like the business class. They don't give a fuck. You're there. Nobody knows who you are.
Yeah,
That's got to be.
Well, they got that Saudi Arabia comedy festival coming up like next week, and it's a massive lineup.
And they all got to get like interrogated before that too, because they can't say certain stuff.
Yeah, they can't talk about Saudi Arabia poorly or their prince poorly. Like they can't talk about a lot of shit. I don't know. The money had to have been insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Especially a guy like Andrew Santino, because I know he's gonna be at that event.
Yeah,
that's gotta be wild for a guy like him. That's like you get a feel like a lot of his shit's just kind of like off the hip. You know what I mean? Like not like off the hip. Like obviously he does a sketch, but like his filler stuff is like a lot of like loose cannon stuff. Yeah,
morally I feel like that's. I mean, Pete Davidson's doing the festival in Saudi Arabia. It's like
I bet he got a chunk of change for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So have you ever had, playing off that a little bit, have you ever shown up and the guy who booked you or the club owner, have they ever come up to you beforehand and said, oh, hey, don't use that joke? Or do they know anything about your act where somebody has said, let's try and avoid talking this or anything like that?
Yeah. I used to work with like when you first start out in comedy, you kind of just take whatever. And there's a lot of like independent bookers who book like breweries around the country. And I had a dude who was booking me like brewery shows. And I went to one, and usually they would give you notes about like the PG-13, and it's kind of vague. Like just don't say the F word or the C word or whatever. But this one was really specific. It was like no blowjob jokes or fart jokes. It was like, why? Who was the last person before me?
Now, so that goddamn Blumpkin story just got tossed right out. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah.
Is there a place that you want to get to perform? Like, is there?
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten to do more, honestly, than I thought I would when I started. So right now, I'm just kind of happy with where I'm at. Like, I'll take anything at this point. If just more club shows in general, that's kind of what I'm after. But like, otherwise, I've gotten to do some pretty cool shows. Otherwise, so I'm happy as it is.
Is there like a list of like comedians you like to tour with eventually? Like obviously you always get like the you got like Bert and those guys who always carry a big following with them. I think Bert usually carries like 7 comedians with him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting to do dates and open for Soder is really cool. I used to, when Nick Mullen was touring, I would open for him. So like even opening for like those guys, like Soder was somebody I watched on Comedy Central when I first started to really like stand up.
Soder's been doing this forever. He's big. He's
like,
really established.
So it was like when he asked me to do one of his tour dates with him, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm actually talking with this guy and like doing shows with him right now.
Did he do the Macho Man impression for you too, while you were with him, or no?
I don't know if he ever slipped into it when we were driving, but
that is the best Macho Man impression, dude, ever. I just listened to he did a podcast with Insight with Chris Van Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrestling podcast.
Oh, wrestling.
Yeah. And yeah, he was just dropping that Macho Man impression nonstop. Every time Chris would ask for it, he'd do it, but it's so good.
His Andre the Giant is really good too.
Yes.
He's done that one for me.
Get out! Have you ever been starstruck by meeting a certain comedian?
Not. I guess one time in Vegas I met Ron White. That was like whoa. Just because of how I knew so many people that listened to him, like the blue collar comedy thing
was
like
huge in our area.
Huge, yeah.
I've been across a couple times.
Oh yeah,
that was huge for us.
So like getting to see him, I was like, oh whoa. But the only other time I think I've ever been starstruck in my life was meeting Chet Hanks in Nashville. That was really crazy.
Is Nashville a fun place to play? Like, is that that comedy scene kind of growing too? Obviously, everybody knows Nashville is a music scene, but is a comedy scene there too? Also,
oh, the comedy scene's great. They have Zanies, and Zanies just opened up like a smaller room for their comics to run, like sort of variety showcase sort of a thing, and then they have a great scene down there with the club, and they really help their comics out. So
I think Zanies is where Theo works on shit.
Yeah, I think he lives down there. Nate Bargatze, I think, lives down there and his group of guys. So there's a lot of famous comedians who live in Nashville and perform at Zanies pretty regularly.
I'm going to give our chat here a little notice. We do have a giveaway. I did pop up a couple times. If you're not paying attention, that's on you. But hashtag Beer of Death to win a t-shirt or oil of your choice, everybody. I think everybody's slacking off tonight. We got 5 entries. You guys can do better than that. Nerds.
So how long have you guys been doing the podcast then?
Well, you would be episode, I think
14. 14, right?
Nice.
Yeah, 14. But we do like every other week. We kind of do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What inspired it?
It was kind of a thing I kind of put in our chat we got in our club. I was like, we should just do a podcast just to kind of like branch out, get cool ass guests like yourself on. We've had a couple of really awesome paranormal guys come on. You're our first comedian we had. And
nice.
I built a gaming PC, so I have the equipment to do all this shit.
Yeah.
And then I had another podcast before this one too. I did my buddy Austin for a couple years. And just, how life goes. He took a job on third shift to make more money to build a house, stuff like that. So it just that kind of faded away. But we had, when we did that one, we had Uncle Hack come on.
I'm not sure I know him.
Danger Cats. So you should look them up because they are they're out of Canada, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
And how very political Canada gets.
Yep.
They're so like vulgar and weird. Like clubs do not let them go on their stage anymore because they're just so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Uncle Hack is fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna have to look him up after this.
Yeah, he has a podcast. Was it Danger Cast podcast. So like
Danger Cast?
Yeah, they're really good. Actually,
Okay.
I used to have a sticker because he came on. I exchanged a hat and some of my stickers for a shirt and some of his stickers.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he was a good guy. I wanted to get him to come on, but he runs Danger Cast. Danger Cast is also like an apparel line. So if you like,
really?
Yeah. So like they're like 80s style, like goofy looking stuff.
Yeah.
So he's busy with that shit. And obviously when he's on the road too in Canada doing their shows, I think he comes down to like Montana, North Dakota. They do like a lot of like the oil areas.
Okay.
Like a lot of roughnecks. That's kind of the crowd.
Yeah.
And they get pretty vulgar. They're pretty fun to watch. But yeah, I had him on, and then we ran that show for a while. Like I said, faded out, and then this opportunity kind of popped up, and I picked him. Me and Darren kind of like, we should do this, and here we are.
There you go.
Last 2 weeks, we upgraded our camera. We got a cool intro song, our intro video. We got a cool countdown now, thanks to Andrew Orton from the Kentucky chapter. We got in our club. Yeah, it's fun, something to do.
Yeah, for sure. So the club that you guys are in, like, is it dudes with beards?
Dudes with facial hair.
I couldn't be in it at all.
That's not true. You do have a stash. You do meet the guidelines.
This counts?
This counts, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do like a lot of charity, and it's kind of a community-based organization, I guess you can call it. So like our outreach for community, outreach for just helping people out. Our Alabama chapter just put on like a beard competition. They're just on the news too. They're on local news down there in Alabama.
Damn.
Oh, they had the cookout.
Yeah, cookout.
Oh.
And then Wisconsin, we're a 501c3 nonprofit as Wisconsin Bearded Brothers.
Yeah.
And our big thing is we do everything for us is like Christmas driven. So we adopt families in Vernon County and we do all their Christmas shopping for them.
Oh, nice.
And we wrap them all up, and then we have Vernon County pick them up, and they get delivered to the families. So and we double our output too. We started with one family, and then we started with one, then we went to two, and then last year we did 4, and hopefully we get 8 this year to keep on doubling.
Wow.
We should get at least 8.
Good for you guys. That's sick.
Yeah, it's just giving back, man.
Yeah.
We got to come on, sign him up there in the chat. We do have a Minnesota chapter. So
yeah,
is there really?
Yeah, they're both out of St. Paul too, actually.
Oh, no way.
The president and VP are both out of there.
Scott's right downtown Minneapolis, basically. But yeah,
it's all the same. It's big enough.
It's all the same.
Like when you talk about like logistics to people, like where I come from and where Aiden comes from, Minneapolis and St. Paul are all like the same thing. Like you can't look at me and say, "Oh yeah, Brooklyn." I'm from Brooklyn. No, you're from fucking New York City. It's the same.
Yeah, it's you're getting too specific with somebody like us. Yeah.
Yeah, we get like you're from Green Bay. You know what I mean? Like you can't say De Pere. It's fucking Green Bay to us.
Yeah.
Right. Technically, I don't live in Green Bay. I live in Howard. You're right. So, but I don't tell anybody that. I tell them I live in Green Bay.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, it's like the suburbs of Milwaukee. If you say anywhere, but I'm just like Milwaukee, that's what you're talking about.
You get that. You get the exception though, because you got the Watt family from Pewaukee. They come from Pewaukee.
Yeah.
The fucking Watt family, dude. Yeah.
So where can people find you, Aiden? Where can they find you online? Where can they find you? What's on your docket coming up here?
I'm going to Cleveland next week for a few shows, and then I'm doing a taping for what's that?
We do have an Ohio chapter. So where are you playing at in Cleveland?
Oh, Hilarities on 4th Street, the Little Room.
There you go.
Send the boys
Ohio,
over there.
pay attention.
That would help
Anybody
me
in
out.
that area?
Yeah. And then after that, I get back for a couple of days, and then I go to Chicago to film a set for OnlyFans because they're trying to turn their ship around and make it an entertainment thing. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe get some.
It is. I thought it was already entertainment.
Yeah. I think they're trying to rebrand themselves a little bit. So they're
Huh.
trying
What,
to do like
good luck.
entertainment.
They're trying to get away from the 1,000-man orgies to stand-up comedy now.
Yeah, I think so. It's an interesting pivot. We'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, hell yeah. That should work out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the porn stash to go with it, so if all fails, you got your insight there.
That's true. I have the stash for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then anything else after Chicago? Anything local coming up?
Doing the 10,000 Laughs Comedy Festival here in Minneapolis. I'm hosting some of their shows. I haven't gotten the venues or the lineups for the yet. I'm assuming it'll probably come within the next week or so. But I'll
So
be
what is
doing
what
that.
is 10,000 Laughs? Is that like a full festival of comedy through different?
Yeah, it's like a few different clubs have like a partnership with one another, and then they have local comedians, and then comedians come from out of town, and like some bigger headliners. I think this year it's like Hannibal Buress and Maddie Smith from Wild 'N Out is coming, and some headliners like that, and then like local and national people coming through and doing different shows and showcases.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, other than that, it's about all we got for we got the Packer game on and shit like that. And
I know I was kind of surprised you guys asked me to do it in Wisconsin. I was like, the Packers play right when we start this.
well, Darren, he said it before the show even started. He's gonna give us live Packer updates. He's yet to give us one. So,
I'm sorry, we're winning. We're up 7-0.
all right, we
All
scored.
right. Here we go. Now we can get it on. You guys can
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of the game.
Yeah, we got a giveaway. We got a giveaway to come through yet. We can probably
Yeah.
do that now too. But
What are the dates on this 10,000 Laughs? I'm gonna message my daughter and have her check some of this stuff out. I know she loves going to comedy shows. So.
It is August 23rd through the 25th. So it's
Of next year, okay.
Of this year. Yeah.
We're past August though.
Or not August, October. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, October. Yeah. October 23rd through the 25th. Yeah.
All right.
all right, we're gonna pull up our giveaway really quick. We got 7. You guys chat. You're slacking. Next 2 weeks, we're gonna pull this shit together. We only got 7 fucking entries. I do blame Don. I'm just gonna say right now. I do blame Don. James
There you
Vest,
go,
the
Lurch.
winner.
There you go, Lurch. It's yours. Message if you would message Dan from Bearded Death on Instagram or in the chat itself, let him know you were the winner tonight, bud. He will hook you up.
Heck yeah. Yeah, other than that, Aiden, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to seeing
Absolutely.
I very look forward to seeing you in the future, going to some of your shows.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys. Thanks for having me on.
It's nice to have a local
Absolutely.
guy come on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh,
especially
yeah.
like we kind of know the same kind of people too. So
Oh, yeah. That was cool. Thank you, guys.
yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you, Aiden, very much.
All right. Well, have a good night, guys.
yeah. Stay
Take
well,
care, bud.
brother.
Peace.
That was the legend Aidan McCluskey. Everybody, let me say that better. Aidan McCluskey,
There you go. Nice job.
Goat Mentality Podcast, stand-up comedian.
Yeah, check out the Goat Mentality Podcast. It's a good show.
That's a good show. And then just look up Aiden on his, look him up on Instagram. You see all those reels and stuff. Everything he's so hilarious. I can't.
Funny
say
guy.
enough. Yeah.
That brings us up on the tail end. Louis, we do not have a show booked. We need to book a show here in the next couple of days.
I think we should do a club show 2 weeks.
All right, let's get a club show together. All right, we'll figure out somebody from the club itself. We'll get
Yeah,
somebody
it's
on.
been a little bit since we had a full club show. So
Well, we had Dan last week, but
I don't consider that club though. I call that business and pleasure because he's just he is
business and
amazing.
pleasure. All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll get a club show together.
And then maybe in another couple of weeks after that, I can find another guest.
Okay.
That one was awesome.
Well, that was very good. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack,
We're up
go.
7-0, and we just got a punt. Sorry, it was a Matthew Golden had I didn't see how long, like a 45-yard catch, but it wasn't the touchdown. The touchdown, I think, was to Dobbs.
Are we kicking the shit out of them though? Like physically on the field, where we whooping their ass?
I can't tell. I haven't really been watching too much. I've just been kind of turning my head to see what's going on. So,
alrighty.
I have all my focus on you, Aiden, and our numerous fans.
Yeah, they're all right. Nobody is heckling us tonight, so we're good. Well, I shouldn't say that. Don heckled me once, but I didn't even give him the time of day.
No, that's Don. Don's done.
Thank
you, everybody, for jumping in tonight. We appreciate it. I know everybody's Sunday nights are valuable, but we really, truly do appreciate you guys tuning in and tuning out, sharing the podcast, liking the podcast, and keeping us moving forward. So, bigger and better. We're going to keep getting there.
Can't wait. All right. Thank you guys again very much, and stay wild.